Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And the starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Jazz. And then for the Houston Rockets, Porter is out there with Green. And it's Smith in at the 4.
You know, the Rockets turned a lot of heads last season, guys, as they got back into the playoffs after missing out the year before. A big part of that was how they played at home. They were very tough to beat in Houston.
Tip-off goes to Houston. Porter kicks to Green. Six on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. Gets it to go. Green's got the first points up on the board for the Rockets. And the Rockets, as you said, Clark, strong at home, and that can be seen in that record of 29-12. Just the kind of home record, Steve, you need to get into the playoffs.
And it was the way the Rockets played that was so impressive, Kevin. They attack the rim, and then they kick out and bomb a ton of threes. And I think that's the kind of attack, the kind of style that can really bring a friendly crowd and bring them to their feet. And I thought the Houston fans got more and more animated as the season went on. Well, you always know that you can count on to make a play offensively. Big pass, big shot, whatever it is. He's got great awareness of what's going on the court.
And you can't talk about him without mentioning his great passing ability. Not just the right pass, not just perfect placement, but excellent timing to spring his guys for the best possible look. For the Jazz last season, it really became an issue about the log jam inside. They had two established starters in Jefferson and Millsap and two young up-and-comers in Cantor and Favors, and there was an expectation that somebody would be moved, but the trading deadline passed, and they were all still there.
Olynyk with the steal. The dish now to Conley. Clarkson guarded by Porter. Ball's knocked loose. Porter with the steal. Jumps up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Well, you would have thought that the Jazz would have made a deal one way or another, but it was hard for them as they were in the thick of a playoff race at the time, Steve, sort of tied their hands.
Well, if they weren't in that race, I think they might have sent one or two of those guys out to try to get some more assets for the future. As it was, they ended up losing Millsap and Al Jefferson, so it's incumbent on the young talent in that front court to now develop and really take over.
Conley with it. Now Green defending. Back to Conley. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Conley's got 5.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And Green gets it to go.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Here's Markin. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, when you get an influx of talent through the draft like the Rockets did prior to last season, the initial reaction is excitement, but then you think about, man, how are we going to get these guys ready to play NBA basketball? And the Rockets did a nice job by taking it easy and bringing them along slowly.
The first one falls. And for the Rockets, you look at how that strategy worked out for them, and it was exactly what they needed. Got off to a quick start last year, and you know, Steve, toward the end, their rookies were fresh and able to contribute when it mattered most.
You know, Kevin, it's hard for fans to see a player get drafted and not immediately see the floor, but a lot of times that's the best route. You know, you give a player time to adjust, you make him earn it, and by the end of the season, he can be a very effective player. I think plenty of the Rockets players proved that last season.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Porter kicks to Green. Smith sets the pick for Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Houston again with the bucket.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Utah trailing here. Here's Clarkson. And he jams it with authority.
A high-quality shot is almost always going to come off a rebound like that.
And Clark, he is so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he persistently pursues the pumpkin.
Well, really a promising young roster for the Utah Jazz team, guys. A lot of blue-chip talent there. I think in a couple of years, this team has a chance to be one of the best in the West.
You got this, baby, yeah!
Free throw good, Green. And you got to give this Utah front office a lot of credit. You're right, Clark. They've only missed the playoffs 5 times in the last 30 seasons. Steve, that is a remarkable run.
What I like about Utah, too, Kevin, is that they seem to stay ahead of the curve. They make moves while they still have leverage, dealing Carlos Boozer, Kirilenko, Deron Williams. So they've done a good job of getting value, getting assets, and continuing to look ahead.
Back to Conley. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. Green left side. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Pulls up. High post. Another miss by Houston.
Good, tough defense there. Getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for you.
Dishes to Porter. Back to Green. Feeds it to Porter. Another miss by Houston. The Jazz have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Markin. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the head coach for the Jazz gave me just a couple of moments to catch up with him. The thing that jumps out at him the most about their opponent today is the team speed they possess. He said, we've got to hustle back on defense every time down the floor. This is a team that loves to run, and we've got to be prepared to do the same. Gentlemen?
And thanks for that story, Doris. They set the pick. Back to Conley. Lots of room. And too long on the shot.
Oh, easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Green dishes to Porter. They kick it out to Green. There's the bucket. Good. Green's got 9 points.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Back door.
He kicks it to Olynyk. Banked in off the glass. Olynyk's got his first basket.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
Tate the pass to Smith. A three-pointer off the mark. The Jazz have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Launches a three. Can't hit, so Houston will take it the other way. The drive by Green comes up empty down low.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
Back to Conley. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Houston. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.